Hello all, welcome. This is Galactic Geeks presenting you develop number 3. In this development cycle, we have primarily focused on the readability of the mechanics and communicating the intent to the player. So, what do we mean by the intent and readability? Previously, for example, for this tower lock on, whenever we were placing it previously, it started shooting at the player immediately, giving player zero anticipation and zero time to dodge. So now we have changed it. So whenever we place a lock on, it highlights the player or any other damageable nearby if it is targeting that, and gives enough time for player or other damageable to dodge. For example, something like this. So as I place the tower, I'm being highlighted since it is targeting me, and if it is not targeting me, it is highlighting whatever it is targeting with the red box underlined renderer. So this clearly communicates to the player that either the player is being targeted or something else is being targeted by the tower. So giving enough time for the player to react or bear the consequences if he is too slow. And for the next update, here we have area effect turret. It's quite simple in its operation actually. So whenever you place it, it just shoots the nearby damageable, and we have limited its radius to 5.5 meters. So if any damageable comes close or within 5.5 meters for that area effector, it starts shooting at it, and it clearly communicates its intent to the player if it's targeting to the player or if it's targeting to some other damageables, just like that. And for the final update with the towers, we have created a suicide capacitor. So it keeps blinking, and just observe. As you can see, it's rapid and explodes. Simple yet very effective. So should something come very close to that, it just kills that damageable, or if the player gets too comfortable with that, the health for the player as well. So it affects all the damageables, be it player and be it enemy for that matter. So I'm just going to place one more here now. It starts blinking gets rapid. So as you can see on the screen, so we have multiple kinds of particle systems, or let's say a single particle system for now. But when I place a tower, we are just creating a new particle system when it explodes for that matter. So close blink, and boom, there. It's found a different particle system. And when the player dies, even he has a different particle system. Like that. So that's all regarding the gameplay. And coming to the code, we have created or we have made a major update in the particle system and how we render them or how we use them basically. So in our game, we have made a decision that our game only contains 6 particle systems, and it's the responsibility of an object that is about to die to call this particle system. So whenever an enemy is dead, so it raises an event to the particle pool stating that it's about to die, and it transmits its position, and the particle pool gets the corresponding death effect and places it at that location and plays the particle system. For example, an enemy can request generate death, player can request cube death, and capacitor which exploded, it can request a nuke fire explosion. Similarly, for any other effect, they can request whatever the effect they want, but it is the responsibility for a dying object to call this particle system. And for the threat system, so that communicates to the player, like if the player is being highlighted, or if it is the enemy that is being highlighted, player can be safe for some time. So it's basically simple. All we did was we are getting the world position of the mesh renderer that is being targeted, and we have converted it into the screen space position, and then we have done the same to the bounce. Then we have Then we detected the width and height that it is occupying on the screen, and then we have instantiated a prefab in the screen or on the canvas to say. So it's just a simple image. So whenever a mesh is being targeted, we know the screen position of that, and since we have computed the bounds, how much the bounds occupy on the screen space, so we can simply adjust the width and height, and we can set the position delta, so where the current threat is being highlighted. So yeah, that's all for this update, and for the next update we'll be coming with a solid core loop, a functional economy, and a proper gameplay loop.